Namaste to all. Here I am with a new video relating to advanced accounting, and in this video we are going to discuss that's advanced accounting previous exam. Paper May June 2018 we are going to discuss, and short questions we are going to discuss in 20 minutes. I'll try to cover 20 marks. So without wasting further more time, let us start our DC. In the previous videos, I tried to come visually, but it is increasing the size of the video. MB बढ़ जा रहा 500 MB 400 MB for each video 20 minutes purpose if it is so unnecessary data waste खर्चा आपका. तो what I am trying is I am avoiding my face. Just let us concentrate on the paper. सो डिफाइंड पार्टनरशिप. व्हाट इज पार्टनरशिप डीड. ये जो थियरी क्वेश्चन है मैंने ऑलरेडी आपको इंपॉर्टेंट थियरी क्वेश्चंस लिस्ट में दिए, ये थोड़ा पढ़ लो. व्हाट इज कॉल्स इन एरियस एंड कॉल्स इन एडवांस. दिस इज ऑल्सो देयर इन द थियरी पार्ट. नेक्स्ट, व्हाट आर द ऑब्जेक्टिव्स ऑफ वैल्यूएशन ऑफ शेयर्स. ये भी है, नीड आर ऑब्जेक्टिव्स ऑफ वैल्यूएशन ऑफ शेयर्स. So these are the theory questions. 4 theory questions are there, 4 problems are there out of total 8 शॉर्ट क्वेश्चंस. तो ओनली प्रॉब्लम ही करेंगे, थियरी नहीं पढ़ेंगे बोले तो यू कांट राइट एंटायर पेपर. ओनली थियरी पढ़ेंगे, ओनली प्रॉब्लम्स एस्केप करेंगे बोले तो भी नहीं होता. सो दैट इज़ वाई आई सेड एडिक्वेट अप्रोच फॉर दी एडवांस अकाउंटिंग. सो जो भी चैप्टर्स आपको बोले वो थियरी एंड प्रॉब्लम्स दोनों भी करो. A, B and C sharing profit and losses in the ratio of T is to 2/5, 2/5 and 1/5. This is similar to previous question we discussed in the previous video. See, A अनिल था वहाँ पे, B भानु था वहाँ पे, C चंदू था वहाँ पे. यहाँ पे A B C आ गए and their capitals were 60 20 8,000. Here half of the amount is given, 30,000, 10,000 and 4,000. Cash in hand 10,000. Realization loss also 34,000, which was earlier in the previous video it was 68,000. Show necessary ledger accounts assuming that C is insolvent and unable to bring anything in respect of his deficiency. So let us see the question. So here we are having answer relating to it. So first I am preparing partners capital account. Question number 3, partners capital account of A, B and C. Particulars A, B, C. Particulars A, B, C. By balance brought down 30,000, 10,000, 4,000. There is a realization loss 34,000. So in the ratio of 2:2:1, that is 2/5, 2/5, 1/5. So 34,000 into 2/5 if you do, it is 13,600 to realization. And for B also 2/5, so 13,600. For C it is 1/5, 34,000 into 1/5, it comes around 6,800. So realization loss we have transferred to capital accounts. But as per Garner versus Murray rule, whoever solvent partners are there, A and B, as C is insolvent, उन्होंने टोपी पहना दी है सबको, तो उनको टोपी पहना दो. तो C is insolvent, so solvent partners A and B should bring cash equivalent to their realization loss. So इनका 13,600, इनका 13,600 लॉस है, वो पैसे लाएंगे. सो क्रेडिट साइड में बाय कैश और बैंक 13,600 विल कम. आफ्टर दिस वी नीड टू कैलकुलेट डेफिशिएंसी. सो डेफिशिएंसी डेबिट साइड में 6,800 है सी के अकाउंट में, क्रेडिट साइड में 4,000 है. सो 2,800 विल बी capital loss or deficiency in partners capital account, which should be borne by both the partners. यहाँ पे 43,600 लिखना था, भूल गया मैं. ठीक है. वर्किंग नोट 1, for the calculation of capital loss of or deficiency of insolvent partners C should be borne by solvent partners A and B in their last agreed capital sharing ratio as per Garner versus Murray rule. So deficiency of C is equals to 6,800 minus 4,000, 2,800. Last agreed capital sharing ratio of A and B is 30,000, 10,000. So 3:1 or 3/4, 1/4 we say. So डेफिशिएंसी ऑफ सी टू ए, सी का डेफिशिएंसी ए के लिए कितना ट्रांसफ़र हो रहा. सो टोटल डेफिशिएंसी 2800 इंटू देयर रेशियो कैपिटल अग्रीड रेशियो 3/4 it is 2100. Deficiency of C to B, so 28,000 into 1/4 700. These we need to take to the partners capital account. So by A's capital in C is sharing 2100, by B's capital working note 1 700. The same thing we need to take to the AB column debit side. So to C's capital for share of capital loss and 2C's capital in B 700 for share of capital loss. After this, if you see 4,000 plus 2,100 plus 700, 6,800 and 6,800. C's capital account is closed. Next, B's capital. Credit side we are having 10,000 and 13,000, so total 23,600. From 23,600 if you deduct 13,600 it will be 10,000. From 10,000 if you deduct 700, so to bank or cash, as firm is getting dissolved on the insolvency, so balancing figure will be cash or bank. So B will get rupees 9,300 as balance. Similarly we need to do for A also. A's capital is 30,000 and 13,600 he has got cash, so total 43,600. Out of 43,600 we need to deduct 13,600 first, so it will be 30,000 from 43,600. If you deduct 13,600, from 30,000 remaining, if you deduct this 2,100 it will be 27,900 to bank. This is the balancing figure. Now he said necessary ledger account, so I am preparing cash and bank account also, cash or bank accounts. So particulars amount, to balance brought down 10,000, to A's capital 13,600, to B's capital 13,000. This is the share of loss cash brought equivalent to their realization loss. Okay, so debit side total 37,200 it is. Credit side, in partners capital account, in partners capital account we are writing to bank or cash 27,900 and 9,300. These two will go to the credit side of cash or bank account. So by A's capital 27,900, by B's capital 9,300, it is getting tallied 37,200, 37,200. Here ends the answer. Okay, so ये थोड़ा फास्ट हो गया, फिर भी चलेगा. आपको स्लो चाहिए तो क्या करो, थोड़ा स्पीड कम करके देख लो, यूट्यूब पे ही रहेगा. सो सिमिलर टू previous question, Ravi is holding 200 equity shares of Rana company of 100 rupees each, rupees 25 paid on application, 30 paid on allotment, but failed to pay first and final call. Out of 100, if you deduct 25 plus 30, 55, remaining 45 is unpaid. For this unpaid, what company is doing, it is forfeiting the shares. Okay, for on forfeiture what happens, whatever share value has been paid till now will be transferred to share forfeiture account. So we need to write the general entries for them. His shares were reissued at a later date at the rate of 80 per share. Journalize the transactions in the books of राणा लिमिटेड कंपनी. सो राणा कंपनी में जनरल एंट्रीज लिखेंगे. So in the books of Rana Limited, question number 5 answer. In the books of Rana Company Limited, general entries, date, particulars, LF, debit amount, credit amount. This is journal format. On forfeiture of shares, equity share capital account debit to equity share, share forfeiture account to equity share first and final call. Total face value 200 into 100 will be debit side, equity share capital account. Share forfeiture account, till now whatever paid is for 55 rupees, so 200 into 55, it is around 11,000. To equity share first and final call, 200 into 45, which is not receivable, so transfer वो credit कर दिए. So total it will be 9,000. Next, हाँ इसके लिए नरेशन. Being 200 equity shares of 100 rupees of Mr. Rana forfeited for non-payment of first and final call. Next, for reissue of forfeited shares, bank account debit to equity share capital, and difference will be, as 100 rupees is the face value, 80 rupees only paid, so remaining 20 rupees will be adjusted through capital accounts, so that is share forfeiture account. So let us write the general entry. Bank account debit 200 shares into 80 rupees 16,000. Share forfeiture account balance adjusted from forfeiture, this 4,000. As we already know, 200 into 100 credits at 2 share capital 20,000. Being forfeited shares of 100 reissued at rupees 80 having face value rupees 100. Next, on forfeiture, on or after, whatever balance in forfeiture is there will be transferred to capital reserve. So share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve 7,000, 7,000. How 7,000 means? Balance of share forfeiture transferred to capital reserve. See here, we are having share forfeiture credit 11,000 and we are having debit amount to the this. So share forfeiture debit 4,000, credit 11,000, 11 minus 4, it will be 7,000. So share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve 7,000, 7,000 ends the answer. So next question. See, accounting period is calendar year, similar to earlier video problem. Date of taking over business is 1/1/2016. Date of incorporation 1/5/2015. So 1st May means till 30th April is pre-incorporation period. Total sales 40 lakhs. Monthly average sales for the period of first 4 months is of the year was 1/2 of the remaining period. तो average sale का half लेना है. Calculate sales ratio and time ratio of pre-incorporation post-incorporation period. So let us see the answer relating to that. Here, working note are data given. Accounting period 2016. Date of taking over or acquisition 1/1/2016. Date of incorporation 1/5/2016. Any period before this, that is pre-incorporation period, calculation of time ratio. Pre-incorporation period is 1/1/2016 to 30/4/2016 till April. So 4 months is pre-incorporation. Remaining 8 months will be post incorporation, but we need to write it clearly. Post incorporation period is equals to 1/1/5/2016 to 31/12/2016. So 8 months. Time ratio 8 months is to 4 is to 8 months. So 4 ones are 4 twos are 1:2 or 1/3. 2/3 we need to take as time ratio. And let us calculate sales ratio. Let average sales be X, and it is given that first 4 months of average sales are of one half of the remaining period. That is, pre-incorporation period sales is equals to X into 1/2 into how many months? 4 months pre-incorporation. So it will be 2x. Post incorporation period sales is equals to 8 average x average sales into 8 months, it is 8x. So sales ratio is 2x is equals to 4x. 1:4 or 1/5, 2/5, 4/5 you can take. This is your sales ratio. Next, one more question is there. Already we have completed 16 minutes. Ascertain the yield value of share of Sonu Limited, average rate of dividend. This we can say it as expected rate of return or expected rate of dividend. Normal rate of return NRR. Equity share value 10 rupees. This is no way concerned with our calculation under yield value. So paid up value per share we require 8 rupees. So calculation of yield value per share here. Yield value per share is equals to calculation of yield value per share of Sonu Limited. Yield value is equals to expected rate of dividend divided by normal rate of return, that is NRR. Paid up value per equity share 15% is the expected rate of dividend. Normal rate is 10, so 15/10 into paid up share value rupees 8 per share. Therefore yield value per share will be 12 rupees. Okay, here ends the answer number 8. So short questions ऐसे अपने को फटाफट कर लेना है. So don't forget to learn these theory questions also. What is calls in arrears, calls in advance, like that. And this one, objectives of valuation of shares. So सीखते रहो, क्योंकि सीखना बंद तो जीतना बंद. इस वीडियो का जो भी मटेरियल अभी मैं यूज़ कर रहा हूँ ना, ये आपको वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन में मिल जाएगा. आप डिस्क्रिप्शन या डिटेल्स में चेक करें तो इफ़ यू चेक इट यू विल फाइंड इट ईजीली. सो मैं वहाँ पे आपके लिए प्रोवाइड कर देता हूँ. डोंट वरी अबाउट द नोट्स. ट्राई टू सॉल्व बाय आफ्टर लिसनिंग टू वीडियो. और बस थोड़ा राइट बनता है. लाइक करो, सब्सक्राइब करो, शेयर करो दूसरों को. जय हिंद.